Hey guys, dude, Dream Master. I was literally getting ready to to transition scenes. And I read your chat, and I just burst into friggin' laughter, dude. That was so funny. You need to you need to write these down. That's what you should do, man. Guys, hello, Mr. Siamonte. I see you too, sir. Yes, 97.5 because I wasn't making a new thumbnail just because ZeniMax decided they were gonna do maintenance in the middle of the stream today. Um, so today is 8.5. I am tempted to pick stuff like this up, dude. I am. That's like, it's a cool theme, man. It's subtle, but it looks good. I'll fix. Get that crap out of here. I'm looking for deals. Anything free, dude? Give me something free, dude. Or something super duper cool that isn't free that I'm gonna not be able to help myself and spend some money on anyway. Looking like a maybe not. Nah, maybe not. Gotta be faster to type in. Wait, gotta be faster to type in fast? What? Dudes, we're back. Just breathing the Tamriel air, man. The freaking fresh skies. The rain in game. We got cut off earlier today, and there was maintenance, and it lasted way longer than I expected to. It was supposed to go for like 4 hours, and it went for like 8. So we're back. I was working on some animations. If you see some of that kind of stuff and you like it, let me know. Simon, I would like your opinion because I know you're going to be honest and critical, and you're not going to care about my feelings. So tell me how you feel about the starting soon screen. It's still in progress, but I've reached a checkpoint with it. Maintenance in this, I don't know what they did, to be honest. I guess I could look at the patch notes, but I didn't actually have an update for the game. So I don't think they actually physically changed anything in the active game right now. However, I do believe that they are probably, well, I'm assuming. I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming they're most likely preparing for the next update. Like, it's happening real soon. I think there's like a week or two from now. It might be 2 weeks at the most. Update 46 is coming, and it's supposed to be like mega huge, massive. They're adding a lot of stuff of all kinds of varieties. Worlds, dungeons, gears, new class, subclassing situations, updates to like sets and passives and all that. So there's going to be a lot happening. I think that they're probably just like trying to get their ducks in a row before launch so that they don't end up with a mega disaster. No song? Wait, nuh-uh. For real, for real? Alright, hold on. Give me a second. I gotta see, these are the kinks I gotta work out, dude. What do you mean no song? No song at all. There's no audio at all? But you can hear me now. And you can hear this game. You can hear the game, right? Hold on. Why do I not hear the game? What's going on here? Am I deaf? Hold on, is desktop audio coming through? Sorry about the overlap. Nah, we gotta fix this. Hold on a second. Alright. I'm gonna let let's do a dialogue real quick.
I've been wondering what...
Okay.
wondering what...
Okay, the audio is working. Was it working before? Or did I have it jacked up? I made a lot of adjustments today. My voice is working, but the game's not. The game's working now, though, right? You can hear it? Like, that dialogue did come through. Sorry, I did make a bunch of adjustments to OBS today. And, I was hoping I wasn't gonna actually screw everything up indefinitely. Bear with me. Couple minutes here. We're gonna fix this right now. I'm gonna switch screens. I'll be back. Okay, the audio is coming through for it now. I think... Whoa. Sorry. Okay, the audio is coming through. Alright, we're good with... I'm done with that. We're good. I think I solved it. Yeah, sorry. I wanted to swap back to the intro so I could actually fix the audio for it. I think that I had output disabled, but I could hear the audio. That's why it was confusing. Dude, I'm sorry about the muted introduction. I had a song, dude. You can hear the Fire But No song. Oh, I didn't play a song the second time. It's not like a singular song that always plays during the introduction. I pick like a new song every single day. So just to refresh your ears, this is what I was playing. Should be able to hear that. That's what was supposed to be coming through. I was jamming out, but y'all were not, so I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so I worked on that animation, and like I said, it's in the process. Oh, I'm on the werewolf build. I just jumped into this, didn't even think about it. I do need to get off of the werewolf build, but I guess we're just gonna do it here. I'm working on some other things aside from like just the campfire itself, so in the near future, whenever that stuff gets up, I hope y'all enjoy it, and I'd like some feedback on it if you don't mind. But Simon, thank you, sir, for your help there. I was kind of confused. Jason, hello, sir. How do you do? Man, the werewolf build feels good. I don't really mind not having any pen in the build. Or sorry, it's not that I don't mind having any pen. I don't mind not having any crit. As long as I have a pretty reasonable amount of pen in the build. And if I have good pen in the build, it's specifically for PvP and later game content, we do just fine. It's not even about the crit, dude. I mean, both would obviously be realistically the best, but for solo play and PvP, it's like pen's just better, I think. With the exception of healing. Healing revolves around weapon and spell damage and crit as well. Crit applies to your heals. Cats, welcome back to you. Hello. Oh, good, brother. Just started your weekend. What? Don't go back till Sunday? Holy crap, dude. That's great. I guess it is Memorial Day weekend. That's awesome, man. I hope you have a good one. We're gonna do this without dying this time. We're gonna do it without dying because I'm on the werewolf. I'm cooler, faster, stronger, better, faster, stronger. But Cats, I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good too. Hope you're feeling better. Hope you got some good rest. Come forth, my other self. You work Sunday to Wednesday, 10-hour days. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but you like, you have off more because you work the 10-hour days, right? I would assume. That's how most places do it. There's a part of me that would be cool with like 12-hour shifts if I had like 3 or 4 day weekends. But the thing is, I wouldn't be able to stream every day. So like, I couldn't handle it. I feel like I'd lose my mind. Yeah, 3 days off. That is pretty nice. 4.5 hours of sleep. That's better than nothing. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's better than nothing. Wow, my freaking face, dude. Don't do it. Is he boxing up? I don't know if they actually like post up and do their little shield thing in this mode. I think that might only be for the other arena mode, right? Or the other room. Sorry, dudes. I still need some caffeine in me. I've had my my face glued to the monitor for like since we stopped streaming earlier. So I haven't like I went into like zombie mode to work on some things. So I haven't quite gotten out of zombie mode yet. You know, wake me up. Wait, bear with me. Boop.
This is going to end in tears, I hope.
She hopes. I was trying to get my major brutality or whatever it is that's major to proc, but I kept losing health at like 98%. Savages. Oh, you know what else we gotta do today? Now that we're back in action, we need to go to Cyrodiil and see if we can buy a couple of crates to try to get that one set piece. I can think of it. Dark Convergence. Gosh darn, dude. I don't know why that name escapes me every single time. I do have 12 stacks of bleed on me. PvP terrifies you? It's the only thing that really scares me about PvP is Imperial City. Because I know what I'm risking. Like, all the time in the world you spend in there collecting all those Telvar stones. And one wrong decision and they're all just gone. It's annoying. It's one reason why I think Imperial City is empty all the time. Okay. These guys and their shields. It's so obnoxious, man. They just like sit there and box up. Alright. Shepard, what's up, dude? You sick of spam callers? Oh, yeah, like for your phone? I thought you were gonna say for PvP. I was like, what are you talking about? But yeah, the spam callers are ridiculous. They get so much worse around like election time and things like that. It's freaking obnoxious, man. I'll report all of them. I'll block all their numbers. I'll be honest, I don't even answer the phone if I don't know the number. 99.9% of the time. If I'm expecting something, I'll answer it. But if I don't know the number, if it's not directly in my phone, if we haven't talked about it ahead of time, I will not answer that phone.
are not worthy to gaze upon her.
Have you been at it this whole time? No, we the servers actually went down earlier. So I had to end the stream like what time was it? 4 a.m. I think EST. So about 8 hours ago I had to end the stream. I can't believe 8 hours went that fast though. I feel like I can get 8 hours worth of stuff done. I still feel like I got stuff done, just not 8 hours worth. I was gonna take a nap, but I didn't. I should have, man. That would have felt good. Is it just me, or am I doing more damage than I was on? Is this? This is veteran. I'm doing more damage than I was on my my full damage build with the Pillar of Nirn and all that. Having to ditch Streamlabs, reset everything for OBS. Dude, I'm telling you right now, I've heard a lot of people use OBS, or, I've heard a lot of people use Streamlabs, but, I'll never be able to touch it. Like, when I first started, like, a couple years ago, I had, like, dipped my toes into, into Streamlabs for just a little bit, and I was, like, messing around, and I was like, let me see if there's any other software, because I hadn't even started streaming yet. I was just like in the process of learning how, and I found the software for OBS online, and I was like, oh, like this is just different. Like this is just so much better, and there's not even a comparison. At least in my eyes, I'm not dissing anybody that uses Streamlabs, because you know, to each their own, but like. Dude, I'll never be able to go back from OBS. It's a freaking amazing. You hate maintenance? Yeah, it's obnoxious. You're an early player. Dude, see, maintenance never used to bother me. But now that I play at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, it's really freaking obnoxious. As long as they don't start doing it on the weekends, consistently, I don't think I mind it too much, but it is obnoxious. I understand. I would much prefer them to do it at night, but you know, I think the servers are definitely the thinnest at like 4 a.m. EST, which is when they do their server maintenance. So it's understandable, but from the perspective of somebody that wants to play at specifically that time. You were thinking about that with the damage? Wait, so have you been paying attention to the different builds? Because I feel like it's comparable. It's not like it's like 200,000 DPS or anything. It's nothing crazy like that, but it does feel pretty significant. Granted, the werewolf is very strong already. Like, the light attacks scale so hard. So like, the places that I lack on the other build where there's no werewolf involved at all, I make up for in this build, and the places I lack on this build I make up for on the other build. So they kind of, you know, pair interestingly together. Even though I can't use them both at the same time. They're like opposites, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. You used OBS and got talked into Streamlabs, so you had enough now? How long have you been using Streamlabs? Because if you've been doing it for a while, even if you've only been doing it for a week or two, like it's still, depending on how far into it you've gotten, It can be a lot to like reconfigure everything and set it all back up. But I can assure you right now, for at least from my perspective, man, it is absolutely worth setting it up on an OBS and sticking with OBS, man. It's amazing. Not only, Mr. Jim Test, hello sir, not only is OBS amazing for its internal works, but it's compatible with every piece of software you could ever ask. There's so many add-ons and software additions and just like, there's so much stuff that you can get that suits OBS beautifully. And even if there's not, you just like, because I use two monitors, I just like stick an extra piece of software on like the other side of my screen. There's very few things that OBS doesn't do though. Or software for OBS doesn't do. How did I miss these guys? Man, I'm not paying any attention to these things. But it's okay, because I'm tanky. Jim Test, I saw you earlier, by the way. I saw you creeping, buddy. And I heard your duck, too. You little duck. I thought it was my music in the background at first. I was like, when did I... Because I was listening to music I had already heard before. It's like, there's no way that was in the song. Where'd that duck come from? I looked down and I saw you just like sitting in the chat. Maintenance was yesterday, right? Maintenance was just a little bit ago. Like, it literally just ended, Jason. I think it ended at noon my time, which was genuinely... Well, it was probably just a few minutes early. But I originally thought it was scheduled from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. EST. But it got to like 8 a.m. and it was still... like, the servers were still down. And I was like, what the crap's going on? And I pulled their website up again, and the freaking time had changed. So it said 4 a.m. to 12 p.m., which is noon. And it's not even 10 minutes after 12 yet, but it's been out. It's been up for like at least 20 or 30 minutes now.
I'm beginning.
Alright, we're good. So you've used Streamlabs for years. The problems are just way too many. Yeah, so like, yeah, things add up after a while, right? Every other day or so there's an issue. It's like your first car that you ever drive, right? It's like, it's beautiful, you love it, but at the same time, all it does is piss you off and leave you on the side of the road. At least that's how it was for me with my first car. I need to start heavy attacking. Yeah, but if you're dedicated to it and you're willing to take the time to learn, because I'll be honest, it's fairly similar. It's not like you're stepping into a completely different world of like experience when it comes from Streamlabs to software. They're not the same thing, but they are comparable. So like, you know, if you've been doing it for as long as you say you've been doing it, then like, you shouldn't really have an issue catching on. It's just gonna be a matter of actually getting everything set up.
You might learn something. Let's worry. I've never seen anything like this.
She's already!
Alright. I'm trying to lock it in here. I want to get another flawless run in, just for the sake of doing it. I want to prove to myself that I can do it twice. And if I can, set a new record too. The werewolf is kind of crazy. Maybe they buffed the werewolf throughout the update. That might have been what happened. Maybe all the complaining I did where I was like, man, I think the werewolf really could use a little bit of love. And it's not that it's not good enough. It just, you know, could use a little bit of love. I want it to be more fun. ZeniMax was like, we hear you, and we shall deliver.
That's how it's done.
Buffs the damage by 40%. New meta for PvP becomes werewolves. Full tank. Nothing but pen with divines. And the lover mundus. Battlegrounds consist of consistently 16 people. All werewolves. Holy crap. I can't believe I lived. Why did I die? Frigid Waters did 16,000 damage instantaneously. Man. I'm never gonna get another flawless run in, dude.
Contest.
What a disappointment. I can't believe Frigid Waters did 17,000 damage in one instantaneous moment. I need a rug. A rug. Wait, what are you... Jim Test, what are you talking about? Are you looking at the image I put up in Discord? I kept telling you guys over and over I was gonna put a picture of my setup. And I kept forgetting over and over again. Oh! He almost got me. You saw the screen too? Mafia took that. I don't know what you're talking about. No screen here.
Run and hide, Bree.
I'm getting sauced by this this boss for some reason. Bro, could you stop throwing me in the water?
The challenger wins. That was one for the record books.
I wasn't gonna say anything about the screen, but I do think that that's funny.
Not at all.
Mafia took that screenshot like months and months and months ago and made a bunch of different photoshopped images of me. and some of them were thoroughly inappropriate.
So far,
So
but the
I asked
worst
Dadbot
is
because I
yet
didn't
to
want to be the
come.
bad guy. I was like, I'm not gonna ban them. Like I'm not removing these messages. Like they're funny, but are they okay? So I was like, it's not gonna be me that does it. And I messaged my mod Dadbot. I was like, what do you think of this? He didn't even respond. He just instantaneously took them down. And to be fair, one of them was like a giant cock. I didn't keep the one with the cock, but I did keep the original screenshot that Mafio took. And I've been sitting on it waiting for the right moment. And I figured that that was a good moment. You've got the same desk but in black. I got it from Amazon, dude. It's not a bad desk. I need a bigger one, to be honest. I've got way too much stuff going on. And I would love more space, dude. But I have had this desk for like 2 years. The chair as well. The chair is like beat. I spent like 40,000 hours in this chair in the last 2 years.
You won't last long. The maelstrom arena. Nothing like it in all Oblivion. Ouch! Time for somebody to start making out a will.
Oh, that little spooter went away. You know one thing, Jason, about the desk that I appreciate is the Ooh, get this guy out of here. Is the little shelves underneath. If I was to buy a new desk and like take the lessons I learned from this one, I would definitely get a bigger desk, without a doubt. It doesn't need to be much bigger, just bigger. Like 10-15% bigger. 15% is like a very comfortable size increase, I would say. What's that? I've never seen them ball up like that. But another thing is that I guess you don't really need them, to be honest. But there's support beams underneath of the desk where your legs are, and it's like a cross beam that it just like forms an X. It goes from one corner of the desk to the top right corner to the bottom left corner, and the other way too. So like top left to the bottom right, and it's meant to support the desk, but they're rather flimsy anyway. They don't feel like they do anything, but I'm always bumping my legs on them. Every single moment I'm at this desk, I'm smacking my legs off those bars, and I've just kind of gotten used to it. But I would love to not have that. Other than that, dude, for like, what was it, like 70 bucks or something? 60, 70 bucks for a desk on Amazon? It's pretty freaking good. The chair was cheap too. I forget what the brands are though. I might be able to remember what the brands are if they call me up for a sponsorship though. I'm just saying.
Take me. You're wrong. That was some move. Now do it again. What next? I like the anticipation.
Whoa, that was a lot of damage.
Did you see that? That's action.
You need to start doing arenas. I'll be honest, they don't have like the best set pieces anymore. I think a lot of the set pieces that you would have originally gotten from arenas, because back in the day they used to be very, very good, they've been outclassed by a lot of the newer DLC stuff. In like mythics and one pieces and stuff like that. But they're still useful. I'd like to make a handful of builds revolving around some arena set pieces. Need a footstool? For what? My feet are on the ground.
Oh, such brutality!
Alright. Moss. Tres Moss, actually. I think there's 3 more. This is the worst one. When we get past this, we're freaking gravy. It is crazy though that the last boss doesn't scare me in the slightest. Like I don't get nervous around it. I don't get like it doesn't bother me at all. It's this one. I mean, we've beaten it enough times that I shouldn't really be worried, but I think the problem is that like I'm going for a no death. Every time I do the arena, I'm like, uh-oh. Every time whoa! Gosh, see those flowers, man. I'd have died right there. There's nowhere to cleanse. Okay, first of all, I've got way more than 27,000 health. Because that's all the damage it did was 27,000. I've got 32,000. Second of all, what the heck, bro? What happened? He just shot me in the face. With some wicked curveball, too. Now wait a minute. Why? Now why is he not dying? That's it, dude. I'm going to play Tribute after this.
Pay attention, you louts. You might learn something.
Easy. It's an easy dungeon.
I've been waiting for this.
Gosh, there's so many flowers for some reason. They're all bunched up together. Look at them! Spawning right behind me. What a cheese, man. All right.
Your run of good luck is about to end.
I hope not. Why would she say that?
Anything like this. That's gonna leave a scar.
Dude, those flowers are spawning so close. Oh gosh, what are they doing?
This is all but over. The challenger is triumphant.
All right. How cute's your dog on a scale of 1 to 10? On a scale of 1/10 or a scale of 1 to 10? I'll be honest. I'm not a fan of tiny dogs. Not a fan of little doggos, but that wiener is kind of adorable. Dude, the healers were healing each other. How obnoxious is that? She's a Doberman? What do you mean she's just European? Dude, I'll be honest, I don't know anything about dogs. Like, most dogs. I don't know what European means. Other than the fact that they got big noses.
All where that came from.
I'm like, Okay. Definitely didn't touch me. Okay. Definitely didn't touch me. Where'd I get gold? I don't think I hit me. I think those are lies, man. Your friend's got a tiny baby wiener dog? Wiener dogs can be freaking adorable, dude.
Cheating! Actually, go ahead and cheat!
I don't know why that one looks like it's not broken. European makes them black most of the time. What? You sure that's not African, dude? What do you mean? Oh. Oh, no, I was joking, dude. Like I said, I really don't know anything about dogs. Man, that chain is annoying. They know how to cast it like on perfect cooldowns.
Watch.
This red Doberman's a white Doberman? I don't think I've ever seen a white Doberman.
I'll boil your eyes in your head.
My aunt used to have a bunch of Dobermans. I was too young. I don't even think I was born yet when they lost like the first two of them. But they apparently they were some of the coolest dogs ever. Like, an all white one? Is it literally white, or is it like, what do you mean by a white one? Aw, that's annoying. Alright. These guys, for some reason, are spawning, like, in perfect unison with... Okay. Why am I getting sauced up so hard on this one? White like paper? What do you... Not all paper is white. But I understand what you're saying. What if I was thinking about, like, green paper? Are you freaking for real, bro? Why am I getting, like, bullied by RNG here? It's taking, like, 15 minutes just to get to this one. Normally, this boss goes down on the first break of these stones.
The challenger succeeds.
That was so annoying.
Winner.
That and the fire dudes just kept spawning, man. Kicked out again. Kicked out again. I'm not sure what you mean. Guys, no worries. Take it easy. I appreciate you dropping in and hanging out. Oh. I'll try to eat a body, but I guess I took that buff instead. Out of the stream. Was YouTube shadow banning me or something? What's going on here? Yeah, no worries, guys. It's all good.
Gonna leave a scar.
I don't know why I cannot eat bodies right now.
This one's mine, sisters.
Now wait a minute. How bold was that? That ghost ran right through me. Unless you can't pick them up when you're full on them already, because I was fully stacked, but I thought that you could refresh.
You shall know pain.
Did you see that?
Starting to think they made the enemies tougher, dude. I'm getting body blocked everywhere I want to go. Like NPCs just run right in front of me.
Behold, vile monstrosities.
Okay, I guess I'm taking that too.
For your entertainment.
I keep trying to eat these bodies and like the game keeps giving me the buffs instead. Even if it doesn't say like pick up the buff proc and it says like eat a body, it still takes the buff for some reason. Which I guess is kind of a good thing that it prioritizes that. I don't know.
Got you now, weakling.
And I'll check out the Discord picture here shortly, Jim.
Imported for your entertainment.
I'm almost done with this arena.
This one's ugly, even for a mortal.
The Maelstrom Arena's good, but I do like Vatatrans better. It's definitely more engaging. Uh-oh.
This one's mine, sisters.
Better than a good blood sport.
I was hoping to get the boss to spawn. Dang, see, I was trying to eat a body, and it used the spectral explosion instead. I was hoping to use that explosion for the boss.
Now it changes. You can die. We Daedra cannot. Now I shall reveal my true power. This makes me even angrier.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Got stunned by that AoE. Man, the freaking luck is just not there. Every time I try to do something, like, the game just says, nah. I tried to kill that Thangalang on top of the portal, and the portal teleported to a different location.
You only delay the inevitable. Stupid portal. That won't stop me. Enough play. Time to end this game.
You shall know pain.
The Maelstrom Arena. There's nothing like it
Now, how'd that ghost get him? I think he picked it up. It's not like it's gonna hurt anything, but, like, I thought that I had stepped in between it. Actually, it does hurt. He does a crap ton of damage with that.
And that's how it's done. Well played.
Alright. A sword, an axe, a permafrost staff. I got 3 weapons from that. Wow. Powered charged. I think you have to get Nirnhund from these. I'm pretty sure. They've all got different pigmentations? Oh, let me look at it. Give me just 1 second. Let me eat the quest and then I'll take a look at it.
Now it's time for my barons to return to me. Stand back. I haven't done this in quite some time.
All right, lady,
I
chill
hate
your
to turn
face.
you inside out.
Let me take a looky. Whoa, holy crap. I've never seen a dog like that. Not once. It's like albino. With like blue eyes. That's super interesting, dude. Is that edited? Are those eyes edited? Like, that's gotta be Photoshop, right? It looks like that dog's got like glowing marbles in its head, dude. It does look a bit cheesy. But if it is real, that's friggin' amazing. That one's AI. Alright. Alright. I was gonna say, dude. Like, it would almost pass as real. But it's ever so slightly too much. They are cool, though. Like I said, I've never seen a dog like that, so that's interesting. Pictures in the Discord. Link down below. If you want, and you don't know. We're just gonna sell this crap.
Approach.
They do get blue like that? Yeah, but not to that extent, right? They don't, like, glow like there's freaking LED lights inside of its head. While you have a damage shield, your health recovery is increased by 1,068. That's not bad, actually. For, like, maybe a Dragon Knight tank build. Health, max stamina, or max magic, max recovery for magic as well. I think that, that would be pretty good. Potentially. Let's get that crap out of there. And I guess we're going to deconstruct the jewelry because materials. 2 of them. That's great. Alright. We did it. Wait, did I not finish the quest? I think she just gave me the quest again. Okay. We are going to... What are we going to do? Oh, Cyrodiil. Let's go to Cyrodiil quick. Let's see what's going on with those crates. I can't imagine we're going to be able to afford, like, every piece. But if we're super duper lucky, we'll get the jewelry. Actually, let me look at the, maybe we'll get some daggers too, but if I get daggers, I'm just gonna sell those. What is it called? Every friggin' time I forget what this thing's called, dude. Just above deadly, right? Dark Convergence. So, I've got about half of it now. Specifically, I need the jewelry. Like, that is absolutely the goal, is the jewelry. Two-handed.
Take a break.
That's an axe. That's a healing staff. That's an ice staff. So I have a lightning staff and an inferno staff, which is honestly what I would want if I went with a magic-based build revolving around the set. Most likely, that's what I would want. Probably I don't know. I don't know what I'd want, to be honest. We have to look at
You want to
passives.
stay alive out there?
Druids are always
You
handy.
need to
Druids
get
are
in
OP,
shape.
bro. I love druids, man. Have I ever seen those ugly dogs with different colored eyes? Not ugly, dude. They're not ugly at all, man. You just kind of hurt my feelings a little bit.
Take
Those
a
dogs
break.
are super smart, dude. I forget what the breed is called, but they're like hyper intelligent, dude. Druids and beavers get along. Dang Skippy, they do, dude. Yeah. Let's spend some crate money. Heavy gear, war enchanter, regional equipment, medium gear. Light gear. I think it's light.
It's not about...
It is Dark Convergence. 20k a piece. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's so expensive. It's just, that's a lot. 20k a piece is crazy. Just to not get what we need. How much you want to bet? Alright, that's 4. I got a healing staff. We're gonna bind the garbage. I got the ice staff. Okay. I'm not complaining. This is good. Gym test, I worry about you. Because I think you just made that up. We got a dagger, man. That's kind of a big deal. Big deal for selling purposes. If I make that gold, I could sell it for like 300k. That's crazy that I just got that. Vicious Death would be a nice set too. For PvP specifically. There's all the sets. I would like all the sets. But right now, this is the set we're looking for. Where did it go? Dark Convergence. Sorry, I'm blind. I already have a hat. I'm getting duplicates now. That doesn't feel good. Duplicate. Duplicate. What's happening? Was the game telling me I had enough? Is that what's going on here? That's it. That's all my points. Oh, finally! I got a ring. The rings are so valuable, dude. Gym test. Did I ever tell you about the time I got bit by a dog when I was tiny? When I was tiny? It was a tiny dog, too. But I myself was also tiny. Because I feel like I never told that story. Dang it, duplicates. I'm locking the duplicates just for like the sake of selling purposes. That I'll take. Yeah. No, it wasn't rabid. It was a little okay, hold on. Let me lock that. What is that? Powered? So all that can be sold. It was dang it, I didn't get the freaking necklace, dude. That's so unfortunate. I really wanted the necklace. So this dog was a little Jack Russell. I was in a trailer park neighborhood with a bunch of other kids at the time, and we were all playing football. And one of the neighbor kids was like, "Look, I know we're playing football, but when the dog's out, don't run." And I was like, "What do you mean don't run?" Like, and everybody was like, "What do you mean don't run?" They were like, "The dog's been abused when it was younger. Like, it had a really rough housing, or a rough home when they adopted it. So it's got problems. This dog's got problems." They were just like, "Don't run around the dog because it'll freak out." And I was like, maybe, dude, I could barely walk. I was like 3 years old, maybe. You know, I was just barely getting my legs. And I caught the ball, so I just started moving, and the dog chased me down and, like, chomped into my butt. I had to have, literally, I'm not exaggerating, it's not a joke. It bit me in my butt, and I had to have stitches. In my cheeks, dude. I think they ended up putting the dog down, which is unfortunate, because, like, it was abused, dude. Like, they had adopted it from a family that just, like, beat it and stuff, which is friggin' awful. It's not that they didn't treat it well, because they did. They gave it a good home, but it was just a broken dog, man. And, I mean, I was crying at the time. I feel worse for the dog, but it's just a bite. It's not like it's not like I was, like, incapacitated or crippled after it or anything. It's not that big of a deal. But, it is a funny story. I remember being very upset, because I was just little, dude, so I was screaming and crying at the time. I remember my mom had to put me, like, on the kitchen counter, like, face down, and, like, assess the situation. But, it's one of my earliest memories, I think, dude. Just screaming, crying because the dog bit me. Alright. Where are we going? Tell you what. Let's go to Grotwood. I have a little bit of an idea. Alright. I just, like, threw in the zone chat to see if anybody's gonna buy these pieces. Those daggers would be nice to sell. Actually, let me check the pricing. TTC PCNA. I think they're pretty valuable. Especially if I made them gold. Excuse me? Bear with me here. Yeah, dude, no worries, Frank. I appreciate you hanging out, man. Have a good one. And I'll catch you later. Bless you? That was like the most muted, subtle burp you've ever heard. That did not warrant a bless you. The daggers aren't even that valuable. I'm seeing a bunch of daggers in here for like 20k. Which is crazy, because I was seeing them in there for $500,000 before, but they were gold ones. Sharpened. If I re-rolled it to like sharpened or something, and then made it gold, I could probably sell it for like 400,000. It was so loud for the fleas in my beaver hair. I don't have fleas, man. Back off. Hey now. Wait. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of these. I am gonna bind it, because they're not as valuable as I thought they'd be. I mean, sharpened, they're super duper valuable. But I don't know if I can actually, like... You know what? Hold on a moment. Oh, you know, I can go to this house real quick. Dude, I need to drink some, like, caffeine. I need more caffeine in me. I thought a little bit was going to be enough, but it's not enough. But I have been up since, like, 12 o'clock. Not like noon, like 12 o'clock in the morning. Dr. Pepper, soda's bad for you. I say as I sit here and drink like literally powdered caffeine. It's freaking also not good for you, but whatever. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this. Can I transmute an item in my inventory without binding it to my person? It's 50 crystals. It's 0 sugar. It's still bad for you. Everything that they take the place of. Wait, dude, Dream Master, was it you or Ari that told me that the process of like creating orange juice and how it's just not as good for you as it's supposed to be? In fact, it's actually orange juice is actually kind of bad for you, but just because of the process of it, dude. 0 sugar stuff, I swear by it, it's worse for you than anything else. The real sugar is better. All that crap they put in there, so much worse. I hope this doesn't bind it. Wait, it says bound. Okay. Alright, so if I transmute it as bound, I'm not doing it. So honestly, I'm just gonna bind this to me anyway, just to get the sticker book piece for it. This one I will keep to sell though, so let's do a little something like this. Let's put some stuff in the bank. Dark, dark, dark. Dark, 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 dark. Anything else? Any of the takers? Ring? That can all be deconstructed. You've been drinking carrot juice? Bugs Bunny? Oh, is carrot juice good? I'm sure it's very good for you. But is it good? Does it taste good? I've never been a fan of things like V8. Like, I know V8's good for you. But it does taste to me like cold tomato soup. And if I'm gonna have tomato soup, it's gonna be warm and it's gonna have a grilled cheese in it. It does taste good. I feel like you could like... You could make like a mean Bloody Mary. Jason, what's up, man? What do you mean preach? Preach what? Preach about the carrot juice? I feel like you could make a mean Bloody Mary with some carrot juice. I know you're supposed to use tomato juice for it, or V8s or whatever, but I'm just saying. Calm down, Bugs Bunny. I told you to start writing this stuff down, Dream Master. Come on. Oh, tomato soup only belongs with grilled cheese? Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Can you believe
There's, dude, I don't know what it is
in your own homeland?
about
What are you going to
about grilled cheese and tomato soup, but it's different. It hits differently than any other soup. It hits differently than other sandwiches. Like, you can put cheese on literally everything, anything, and it's not gonna hit quite the same as a grilled cheese and tomato soup. I'm not saying there's not things that are better than grilled cheese and tomato soup out there. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but it's freaking up there. I don't know why, but whoever figured that combination out, man, they need like a Nobel Peace Prize or something. Genuinely. Speaking of prizes, what are we doing? We're playing tribute? I don't know if I picked up the dailies or not, so let's at least go do that. I'm trying to not go back to Craglorn for some reason. I don't know why I'm stalling, because to be honest, the questline's not amazing. I was kind of excited about it at first, but it wasn't like really keeping me hooked as we progressed through it. We're not gonna just like stop playing Craglorn, but I am procrastinating. For sure I'm procrastinating. top 3 comfort foods, but it ain't 3. Wait. You saying grilled cheese and tomato soup is the top 3 comfort foods? What? I'd like to know
I offer
what everybody's top 3 comfort foods are. Cause like, what exactly, like how specifically do you define a comfort food? You know? Like what is the precise definition of it? Cause you can give it a vague definition and be like, comfort food is just food that makes you feel good. But like, how do you go deeper on that? You know? How do you elaborate on that fact? Because I feel like one of my biggest comfort foods is mozzarella sticks. Mozzarella sticks are like one of my favorite foods on this planet. We're gonna go to Vardenfell. We're gonna warm up with a little NPC action. Oh, dude. My back. My back. Is that a cowboy hat? How do you get that cowboy hat? What else is up there? Like what? I'm trying to think of what else is up there with mozzarella sticks for me personally. It's a tough decision, man. There's a lot of amazing foods. I gotta throw like maybe chicken Alfredo in there.
Look, I don't know.
Maybe. Alfredo something. It doesn't necessarily have to be chicken, but anything with Alfredo, man, is easily one of my favorite things ever. I mean, pizza, yeah, but I feel like pizza's one of those decisions that you can't make. You can't just like say pizza's the best ever and call it, because everybody says that pizza's the best ever. PB&J, I feel like PB&J is kind of overrated. I like a good PB&J. I'm not dissing it, but it's not my favorite. I should have taken the Hundings. That was maybe a mistake. Because I could have actually probably bought this. That's alright, because he didn't do it himself. Oh, give me that, bro. He's gonna take it. I can almost guarantee it. There he goes. Steak's your top? It's in the top? Dude, steak is amazing. Like a steak and potatoes, like just a straight up meal of steak and potatoes with like some grilled tomatoes on the side or something. Or maybe some like grilled asparagus. Yeah, dude. Steak is freaking banging. It's been a while since I've had like a proper steak. That does sound super good right now. Is it okay to just say like just a proper home grilled cheeseburger? Like not like frozen patties. You know, you gotta do your own patties. Like on the grill in the backyard with like fresh ketchup, or not fresh ketchup, but fresh like lettuce, tomato, onion on it. with like all the works, everything. Maybe even some bacon if you're going hard enough. Like, I feel like you're not allowed to say that almost. Because I feel just like pizza, I feel like it's one of the most popular decisions. But dude, I'm telling you what, like a fresh home done burger with like everything fresh. Bacon, right? Bacon's freaking amazing on it. Well, it's amazing on everything, let's be real. Bacon is so good, dude. I actually just bought like a huge thing of bacon like just the other day because I couldn't help myself. I was at the discount store and I found it for discount worthy prices. And I got very excited because I was like, that's gonna be in my belly. Like, I'm not gonna pass that up. Ooh. Alright, hold on. I could draw. I'm taking that. Alright. I'm also gonna take this. Oh, good timing. Good. That was a huge move for me, I think. I know I'm down by 10 right now. And he's gonna start peeling ahead, but I just feel like I got a really good hand all of a sudden. I'm surprised he didn't draw a card. And he's trying to cut ahead now. It's understandable. Let's move these two. I'm actually gonna move that too. Am I gonna get the draw? I can draw. He's gonna kill that thing, so let's just get that out of the way right now. I mean, if you're gonna go for burgers and stuff, though, you almost have to just put, like, home done hot dogs in there, too. Hot dogs or sausages. Like, I feel like they kind of go together. Like, there's nothing better than, like, well, there's not nothing better, but another one that's up there is, like, when you go to, like, your local town fair, and they've got, like, home done, like, homemade sausages, and they've got, like, the peppers and onions, and it's all done on, like, some big mobile grill that's, like, on a trailer hooked to some dude's truck that they drove in from the other town over, like, that kind of stuff, dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's good. Okay, I'm hungry now. All of a sudden, I'm like starving. Alright, I'm taking the coin. I really want that too. Unfortunately, that gives him the card as well. Funnel cakes too. I'm not huge on sweets, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Look, I like a funnel cake, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to find them or buy them. They are good, but if I could only eat one thing, if I only had room for one more thing, and I had to pick over like that burger or a funnel cake, it's gonna be that burger every time. Replace up to one card. Let's get that out of there. Acquire up to one card. Let's get that right there. Let me get a little bit of that action. Oh, let me get a little bit of that action. Oh, let me get a little bit of that action. Oh, he's catching up, dude. No way. He's right on 46, too. What a crazy situation. Sure. Take that. I don't know. 73 is kind of crazy, though. I feel pretty good about this hand. I think that's it right there, baby! Dude, you know what I think is, like, really good? That I feel like is hit and miss. It, like, you either love this or you hate it. There's no in-betweens. And there's a lot of people out there that will never try it just because of what it is. Oysters. Oysters and clams, like or mussels, anything in that group of seafood. They're freaking delicious, dude. They're so good. And, I'm so glad that I, like, am not as picky as I used to be. When I was young, I was, like, super picky, dude. I only ever ate, like, hot dogs and chicken nuggets. That was it. No exceptions. Like, if you put anything else in front of me, I wouldn't touch it. But, as I started getting older, I just started eating everything. And if you can't tell, I'm a big boy. And, I freaking love oysters and clams and mussels, dude. They're so good. It's just like a dash of hot sauce. I don't know what it is about them. I can't, like, explain why I appreciate them so much, because they're weird. They've got a very odd texture compared to, like, every other food that I've ever had.
I can't fight those monsters.
Same with, like,
I'm getting out of here.
octopus. Octopus
The
or
island
squid.
sprung a leak.
As long as it's done right, octopus and squid can be really good. I'm not saying it's up there, like, in the comfort food list, but I do think it's underrated food. For those that don't know, I guess. Because, like I said, I feel like a lot of people out there will never even try it just because they're like, ew, that's gross, I don't want to touch it. I'm telling you right now, it's delicious. They come pre-seasoned, man. The ocean does the work for you. How do I get in this place? They're expensive, though. You gotta find them, like, properly on sale if you want to get them.
If you want to rise
That
in
is
the
one
rankings, you
ugly
gotta play
lady,
the
dude.
best.
Gym Test, was that your mom, dude? Sorry, I didn't mean it. I was joking. That was kind of mean. Sorcerer King. Definitely gonna go with Grandmaster. I'm just gonna go with Hermaeus. I was just joking, Gym Test. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. That 5 power is an interesting choice. But he did use it to pick up a good card. Fair play. You know what? I'm gonna sacrifice this. Why did I do that? It's such a stupid decision. I guess I'm gonna stack all Malexia here. What else is praiseworthy as far as, like, comfort foods go? I mean, all kinds of pastas, man. That's a good combo. But this is free cards, so I feel like I have to take that. Dude, Mexican food's freaking amazing. I think I'm just fat, dude. I think I just like a lot of food. Mexican food's phenomenal. Like proper Mexican food, not like Taco Bell. Get that crap out of here. Alright, I don't want to discard. But I will do that. I'm going to buy that card. I'm going to use this and pull that to my hand. I'm not going to donate it because I want to use it. Okay, sure. I'll donate that though. I mean, I guess that works. Man. That'd be nice to have. Let's get that out of there. I'm gonna confine that. I'm gonna confine a writ. Another writ, because screw that guy, I guess. I'm gonna donate that, because I can't combo with it right now. I'm gonna donate that. And another coin, because why the freaking heck not? I can bring that back out. I want a writ. Give me a writ, dude. I guess that works. Sure, get rid of that too. I wanted this. What a mess of a move that was. Pay 1 coin, gain 2 power. Patrons now neutral. Call upon an additional patron. You know what? I'm going to take this card. I'm going to use Hermaeus to... Gosh darn it, I was going to take the Kinsman. But this popped up. But this is so much value. I know it gives it to him too, but whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. That's annoying. Let's keep rotating coin cards for power, I guess. I get prestige every time I do that, which is freaking outrageous. And then I can buy that, use this card to pull it back into my hand. Almalexia is just a little bit on the redonkulous side. Redonkulous. That does put me at 39. I probably could have just hit 40 and won the match right there. But I'm having fun. It's ridiculous, man. I haven't really been able to confine any of his cards, though, because he doesn't have enough cards to leave them in his cooldown pile. Gym test, huh? Oh, Jim, you might be behind in the stream, dude. You could almost just perpetuate this. Like forever and ever. Oh, I didn't mean to replace that. I thought I was picking it up for some reason. Oh well. Jim, what do you mean you joke about my mom all the time, bro? What's that supposed to mean? I can't believe I just hit 76 points like that. Almalexia is insane. I don't think I've ever stomped so hard. I know it was an NPC, but that was redonkulous. It's just so insane. The fact that you can... obviously, you run out of time eventually. So you can't really just sit there and do it forever and ever. But, you can just kind of sit there and perpetuate yourself, like, gaining prestige after prestige after prestige, because you could just... if you get enough cards in your deck, you could just, like... discard, 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 and just like continue to rotate them infinitely. And if you have a couple ways to draw cards, like, you can extend that as well. It's just redonkulous. Alright, time out. I'm gonna pee real quick. And we're gonna just knock out the rest of this tribute quick. I'll be right back.
Fate needs you, Proxy.
All right. Dude, you know what I was just thinking though, is that we were talking about all this food, all this comfort food. Like, what's the best comfort food? What's the best comfort food? And I can't believe it didn't even cross my mind until just now. Is that freaking Thanksgiving, dude? All the food. Don't stop at just like one. Give me like turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, corn, like just baked corn, bro. Like, I want cauliflower casserole with some cheese on it, dude. I want some stuffing. I want like everything. I'll take the cranberry sauce. You know what? If I had to choose one specific meal for the rest of forever, that was it. If there was only one option, but it was like a meal, you know, not just like an individual food. It would definitely be Thanksgiving meal, forever and ever. And I would happily take it. For those out there that are on other parts of the planet, you know, outside of like maybe the United States, if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I urge you to start. Just do it. Just like introduce it. Be like, hey fam, you want to do it this year? It doesn't have to be on Thanksgiving. You could just do it. You just be like, hey guys, we're going to make all this crazy food and it's going to be awesome. We're going to have the family over. We're going to have a good time. Some people are going to get drunk and make a mess, but it's okay. Ooh, I was hoping he would pick Druid King. Hermaeus and Grandmaster. I gotta go Grandmaster if he takes Duke. She makes chocolate pancakes. That sounds amazing too. I'm not like super huge on pancakes, but I've never eaten a plate and been like, man, I wish I didn't do that. They're great, dude. Unless I eat too many. Whoa, that's a good card. Oh, this is an interesting draw to the game here. We're both being fed. Five power. Oh, she makes chocolate pancakes the morning of Thanksgiving. She's crazy, dude. That's too much. It's a lot. Normally, when for me on Thanksgiving, dude, like, I eat an early dinner the day before, so that like I don't go to bed full. You know, I go to bed like not like hungry, but you know what I mean. I'm not like stuffed or anything. And then I don't eat anything the entire day. I don't touch nothing until Thanksgiving, and then I just devour everything, and I regret it. Because I'm miserable the rest of the day. Yeah. Alright. Then I get a little bit of prestige for that. This is an interesting start to the match. $12 coins is crazy. I don't know why he would take Duke. $2 coins? Yeah. tempted to take an Alesha card. Tempted to draw two. It's such a tough decision, dude. It's risky. It was worth it. I mean, I guess it was worth it. This is a mess, though. He's gonna get, like, maybe 2 of those, possibly. Maybe not. Just 1. Okay. He had some crazy coinage the last turn. I was afraid he'd get it again. Put me at 4 coins? That would put me at 4 coins. That would put me at 5 coins. I could take this and get free cards in the next few turns. And then I could take this. This is unfortunate though. The 4 purple cards is insane. Right? Yeah. When you guys cook, you say you make enough stuff for the week? 3 turkeys last time. Okay, 3 turkeys is kind of excessive. You did a pig from your neighbor's farm too? That's amazing, dude. Yeah. When you know, Thanksgiving around here, man, like, my family treats me well. And, I always get sent home with an immense amount of leftovers. Like, I'm eating for the rest of the week, dude. It's crazy. Not to mention how amazing they are all at cooking food. Insane food, man. I can't get over how delicious it all is. I'm ready for Thanksgiving. I know we just had it not that long ago, but it can come back anytime. Okay. Now, I know that might have been a smidge bit of a mistake, because he can just buy this and knock out all these agents, but if I'm being honest, I don't really care. And I think I'd rather him spend his coins on that than getting, like, these cards. There's a lot going on here with these tomb shells. Tome shells. I kind of don't want that. Okay, that's fine. Did he choose to refresh? Huh. That's fine, dude. It doesn't bother me at all. The pig? The pig was 400 pounds? No way. I don't buy it, dude. That's so insane. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. 400 pounds for, I mean, maybe. Still insane. Wow, that's such a good card right there, man. Probably 300. Wait, my mom had a pig at one time. I might have told this story too. Oh, dude, green bean casserole. Oh my gosh, yeah. I love cookies, but man, I'd trade all the cookies in the world for like all the Thanksgiving meals, back to back, everything, all day, every day.
I wish Maria were here to enjoy this with me.
But, so, my mom had this friend years and years ago, and, they had, like, a mini farm. It wasn't, like, a proper farm. It was just, like, they had some land and they liked animals, so they had some animals on the farm. And, they had this pig. It was a potbelly pig, and they got it when it was a little itty bitty baby. This little itty bitty baby grew up, and it got too big because they used to keep it in the house. It was literally tiny. You could fit it in your hand. It was so tiny when they got it. So they had it as a pet. It was just in the house. And when it grew up and got a little too big, they were like, we don't know what to do with this pig. And my mom was like, ooh, I want the pig. I want the pig. This pig was 250, 300 pounds. And it was insanely aggressive. Because we had a pasture in the backyard. And if my mom had goats and chickens and stuff at the time. And she was like, I'll just keep it out in the pasture. It's fine. It's fine. You would go out into the pasture to like feed the goats and the chickens with like hay and feed or whatever. And this pig would just charge you, tackle you, and like pin you to the ground and start biting you. Like it was so aggressive for no reason. And his name was Wilbur. His name was Wilbur. Specifically was. Because he got turned into bacon. Real fast, dude. I think we only had him for like maybe 2 weeks at the most. Gym test, is that true though? Female pigs taste better because they have less testosterone going through their body? I would have never really considered that, but it kind of makes sense when you put it like that. I don't know. Alright, I'm warmed up. I feel good about that. Not so much the Duke of Crows, but the fact that he doesn't have any other cards. Which tells me I have a chance. I definitely want this. I think I'm just going to take them both off rip. He's going to have to choose between some purple coinage and some... Yeah, he could take 2 if he wanted to. Yeah, alright, that's a good decision on his part, to be honest. I'm gonna buy that just to sacrifice it later, because I specifically don't want him having it. I would imagine since he picked Duke, he's gonna try real hard to stack it, which he's already doing, which is kind of actually not good for me. But, yeah, like, I'm gonna just sacrifice it right now, maybe. Let me take that. Just get rid of it. It makes soft meat. Mafia makes soft meat. Where is Mafia? My nose is stinking itchy. Okay, I'm taking that. I'm moving these. That could have been good to combo with, but it's okay. I want this. I think that's a good power conversion later down the road. And I could get some value out of it by getting free cards. Not good if you can't combo. I mean, it's okay. 5 power is nothing bad. But, like, it would have been better if he could have comboed with it. So, I'll take the draw coins. Because now I can sacrifice 2 coins in a row. It feels good. I'm surprised he did that. That feels like it was a bad decision on his part. Should I do it again? I'm gonna have so many ridiculous cards, and I'm honestly just gonna start sacrificing them soon. Jim, something tells me you like to cook. Do you like to cook? He does just get that. It's not great, but that's not great either, to be honest. Okay, we both have a lot of cards right now. Dude, cooking's fun. Cooking's a good time. Do I want that? Yeah, I do. Okay. I'm not really sure if I should have sacrificed that so early. I maybe should have just sacrificed this so that he couldn't take, so he couldn't get rid of it and I could have gotten some value out of it. He's probably going to take both of these. He made a big mistake. This is such a good card. And that's fine. Huh. To the cooldown pal. Let's just get rid of that. Hey, he's in trouble. He's got a lot of cards in his hand, but he's in trouble. Especially with my next turn, this is actually unfortunate for him. Because even if he does somehow miraculously catch up, I could just like sacrifice this and get a bunch of power from all these. He could use Duke. He might actually be better off using... No, Duke's not going to work for him. It's not enough. It's a lot of coins, but it's just not enough. You should have bought the cheapest card, buddy. You should have been buying the cheapest cards there in hopes that something crazy came up that would magically boost you all the way ahead. It's over. Endless winter 22, you're done. I'm sorry. We Hermaeus Moradum. That's all it takes. Honestly, Hermaeus and Grandmaster is a really good combo. Especially when the enemy picks like a deck of cards that provides cards of high value. Like, I don't know. Delmine has a really high value deck. There's cards in there worth 10 points. You can just sacrifice them. It's crazy. Alright. While we queue. While we do the queue, dude. Had to watch TikTok. This is why your brain's rotted. Or you know what? Hold on a second. Back up a notch. Before we do this, let's do a battleground. I need to be more consistent about these battlegrounds right now. We need to get them out of the way just for the sake of getting the transmute crystals. You've got an addiction? Me too. It's called Tribute. TikTok's bad though. That crap's not good for you. But it's not just TikTok. It's like all of it. It's YouTube Shorts. It's Instagram I guess Instagram has Reels. I'm sure Facebook has it too. Everything's got short form content on it, but it's not even just short form content, man. It's just it's things like social media in general. I feel like social media, it definitely has its values. It's got good things about it, but it's about how you use it. You know, it's like a tool, and if you use it incorrectly, if you use it in poorly, it's not good for you. This guy's cool looking. I like his getup, dude. That looks good. TikTok got you through depression? I think TikTok causes depression, dude. But it tricks you into thinking that it doesn't. This is a death match, so we're sticking like heavily with the team. That guy's cool looking. I like his swords. I don't know if I like the blue, but I appreciate the gold. You use TikTok for lifting in the gym? What does that mean? I guess if you put on like videos of like hot chicks just doing something, talking to you, it can be motivating.
For Joan and Jude!
That is how a Nord gets things done.
Our team is great, dude. Oh, I'd have to take damage. I was trying so hard to stay alive there. Okay. There's no such thing as dodge roll. The crystal frags, the rune break, and the corrosive drain all hit me through the dodge roll. Which I'm pretty sure all three of those are dodgeable. Okay, I definitely also dodge rolled that. I don't understand why I can't dodge. It was Dawnbreaker that stunned me. No. No, it's Flawless Dawnbreaker. I'm pretty sure Flawless gives you the buff to your weapon and spell damage.
I thought we came to win!
Dang it, dude. I tried so hard to kill that guy. We started falling behind, man. That's not good. Come on, teammates, don't go in there.
This insult won't stand.
Shame on those teammates going in there. That was a mistake. They shouldn't have done it. We were doing so well in the first half, and then they just like held us down in spawn, and it was really hard to recover. It was a good match for being a team deathmatch.
Fate needs you.
Alright, let's knock another one of these out. Yeah, it could have been a better match. But it wasn't bad. Just smacked my desk. Okay, bad start for him. Good for me. You know what? I'm going to take this for the 2 power and then use that for the Hermaeus Mora to bargain for this. Dang, sucks for him, dude. That's an unfortunate move to have 2 power in that turn. Because he could have gotten one of his purple cards, but he could not. I'm just going to take that. I'll start sacrificing those cards or something. And cross my fingers that I'm able to use the Hermaeus Mora deck to get rid of these gold coins. I'm gonna keep it for now, though. Or am I? Wow. Wow. Hmm. Do I want to draw a card? Absolutely not. Do I want to scare him by pulling Duke towards me? Kinda. That's 3 patrons facing me. There's not a whole lot he can do here. Okay. I kind of don't mind if he takes this. Because then I'll get the draw card. I'd much prefer he doesn't get the Hagraven, though. But the only way I think he's going to get a hold of that is if he uses Hermaeus to buy it. And then it's going to give it to me, too. And I think I'm okay with that. So, like, what do I not want him to have? Nothing. Nothing. He's fine with all that. Okay, it's not the card I was hoping for. Okay. Did you know race car drivers describe what reaching 7,000 RPMs as a feeling of weightlessness? The point where everything else fades away. I would imagine it's probably one of the most intense things you could experience. Driving that fast. I mean, 7,000 RPMs is one thing, but like 250 miles an hour is a completely different thing, right? I don't really want him to have that, but there's nothing I can do. I'm just trying to keep some pressure up by having some patrons on me, too. Oh, this is a good hand. I can drop both of these coins. It's a big deal. I can't get the 3 power combo, but that's okay. Depending, we'll see. We'll see what he drops. That one power. 7,000 is like 550 miles an hour. That's not how that works, gym test. RPMs stands for rotations per minute. And that is the unit of measure of how your car, vehicle, whatever it is, spins. The gears or whatever the fuck excuse me, the names are. But like RPMs is relative to like how fast everything's spinning. So like the higher the gear you are, potentially, depending on how fast you go, the lower the RPMs are. So you can go 200 miles an hour. If you've got like, say you've got a vehicle with 7 gears in it, which would be insane, you'd be able to keep your RPMs quite low, but still go incredibly fast. I need this. Now I can take 2 patrons with that. If I can combo with it, which I don't... Yeah, I can. I've got a decent amount of orange cards. What do the tire sizes have to do with it? Okay, that's good, I think. Wait, he hit 40. Dude, I wasn't even looking at his points. That whole time, man, I never once did I even look at his prestige. I was focused so hard on getting the freaking stupid patrons to face me. Mistakes. If I wouldn't have used my power there, I would have caught up. What a nub, dog. Inches count how fat your tire turns. What? Wait, so you're saying the larger the rim of your tire, the larger the rim of your wheel, or for your wheel, or your tire, whatever you want to call it, the faster it spins. Or sorry, the lower the size of the tire, the faster the wheel spins, is what you're saying. So wait, am I stupid? Is RPMs the rotation of your tires, or is it the rotation of the internal gear situation in your engine? I thought rotations per minute was specifically based on your the inside of your engine, like how your gears spin, not your what you call it. I don't want to draw. That sucks. I'm taking some free coins. That sucks, though. I would like to get my hands on that. But at least he can't take it. Unless he... No, he can't even bargain for it. That's good. International gears. Dude, you're making things up. That's what you're doing right now. What are the odds I get that? Dang. It's fine. There was nothing else I could do anyway. International gears. What? I don't know what that means, man. Internal gears. Oh, gotcha. Spell check just said, we don't care how you feel. You're gonna say whatever we tell you to say. Okay, he's starting to roll now, and I'm not. I think he's gonna kill that. There's a pretty decent chance he does. But I'm gonna really cross my fingers and hope he doesn't. Just matter. I mean, that's what she said. Card of a cost of up to 7. That's fine that he gave me that, I think. I don't mind that. The combo would let me destroy a card. I'm just gonna take this. I know I can't combo with it right now. Drawing's not going to do anything for me. Okay. Shimtest, did you just compliment the size of my member? Is that what that was? What was that you just said? That was a bad hand for him. Wait. Oh my gosh, dude. I think I'm tired. I am not paying nearly enough attention, apparently, to the game. We just gotta get out of that. That is silly. 2 games in a row I made, like, absolutely silly mistakes. So, I don't know. Let's maybe just go hit a quest up in Craglorn or something. I can't believe I just did that again. Shame on me, man. I could do better. I know I could. All right. How do I get up there? All the way around. Hello.
Use the gem on each stone focus to summon the Atronach.
Sure.
You are not our master. We do not serve mortal flesh.
Who do you serve?
The mage. She created us, imbued us with
Back,
thought.
dude.
But she is
Dying
wrong,
today.
corrupted by the serpent who crawls on his belly.
You mean the Celestial Mage? The serpent controls the mage? How is that possible?
Trickery, deceit. And once he controlled her, he turned her power against us and enslaved us.
I'm not
Why
surprised.
go to all this trouble?
Because that is what the serpent does. He has used the mage to create a new monarch, one with all of our powers. One made of pure air.
Where can we find this new monarch?
We do not know. All we remember is a name. Balamath.
Balamath? I know that place. It's an alien ruin. Thank you. You were just...
Defeat the serpent's abomination. Defeat the monarch of air. And we will tell our master of your kindness.
All right. I gotta be honest, man. I'm not really super thrilled that that's their reasoning for this bad guy. Like, the conflict in Craglorn is that the serpent has started, like, just kind of trying to, like, essentially brainwash the other, like, astrological signs and use their power for badness. For bads. And, they just explained why he does what he does. And they were like, because that's what he does. And that
This is
doesn't
very
feel
bad
good. That's not a
news.
good reason.
The serpent used the monarchs and their power to create a new Atronach. One with the ability to take on the elements of other Atronachs.
You need a conflict of some kind to make this interesting and help push a story and a narrative. And so, yeah, the serpent's a good conflict, but there needs to be a little bit more effort put into, like, the reason why. Just because he can is, like, maybe not the best reason. They're just making a clone. I don't know what they'd do with a clone, but all right.
Well, I'm not one to speculate on the powers of the Celestials, but it seems he manipulated the mage somehow. That's not in our power to correct at the moment, but we can try to find this new Atronach, an air Atronach. The monarchs called it.
Yeah, do we bind it?
No, binding won't work. The air monarch was created from the power of 3 monarchs. It's too powerful, it must be destroyed. The monarch said that it could be found at a place called Balamath. I recognize the name. It's an alien ruin.
All right, we'll take a look at it. This is what, you know what? I think we've talked about this before, but other elemental staves would be super freaking cool, dude. I would freaking love a wind staff, or like a typhoon staff, or a hurricane staff, or like whatever. Right? You're right. Something to revolve around wind, but instead of doing like a magic damage, wind damage would be physical. And, like, could potentially inflict things like bleed, but it would come from a staff and cost, like, magicka and stuff like that. It'd be a destruction staff. But that would be cool as crap, man. Because we have the fire staff, we have the lightning staff, we have the ice staff. All 3 elements. And then there's air Atronachs and stuff like that in the game. But there's no, like, air weapons of any kind. It's an interesting
Well,
concept.
good luck with that. As for me, I think I'll keep my distance. I've had more than enough excitement in recent weeks, thank you very much.
I don't know how they haven't thought of that, to be honest. I feel like it's a good idea. A magical staff that does physical damage would be kind of interesting, too. Because with like with subclassing coming up, you can go so hard with so many different kinds of combinations and stuff. And I don't know how long ago it was when they introduced like I don't know what they called it exactly. It was like hybridization to classes. So like the way scaling worked for different things, like for magic and physical, essentially was like universal. So like if your physical damage was like really high, then your any type of magical damage that you did would also scale from it, so that you could build things in a unique way that would allow for like more variety and combinations for weapons and gear and armor and stuff. So like I think that'd be cool, a physical staff. And I think like a two-handed trident for a physical weapon would work too. Like a two-handed trident that does like water elemental damage. It would be melee and ranged. You could like you could throw it, but you could also use it at melee range as well. And it would have like magical abilities, or well, magical capabilities, I guess. So you could use like water elements and stuff. That'd be freaking awesome. Although I don't know how well a trident fits the lore of like Elder Scrolls and the world of Tamriel and all that. Okay, we've been through here. We don't need to kill everything. Rock prison trap that would crush your enemies. I think there is already stuff like that. The Dragon Knight is mostly revolving around fire and poison. Give or like whichever one you prefer, if you like the poison or if you like the fire, because one's physical, one's magical. But he's got like a, I forget what it's called, but it does like entomb them in rocks. It's like a stun. And I think there's a morph that also immobilizes enemies with them, or with it as well. Like after they break free from the rocks that they're entombed in, it just like, it stops them from being able to move. So they gotta like dodge roll out of it. It's better for PvP. It's like a PvP ability specifically, but it's cool. Yeah, the Dragon Knight's cool as crap, man.
You know, it's very unsettling, the way you pop in and out like that.
I wouldn't be a very good thief if I couldn't come and go as I please.
Well, I've done what you asked of me. Are you satisfied?
You have done well, and I appreciate your efforts. Thanks to you, the Stargazers now understand the nature of the Atronach threat and how to stop it.
I suppose I should thank you. I couldn't have bound the Atronachs or defeated the Air Monarch on my own. I'm sure this isn't the end of the Serpent's mad plans, but I'd wager this sets him back for a while.
Is it just me, or did I not see him in that room? When we went in there to fight that dude and put a whooping on the boss, he wasn't even there, man.
Listen, I know I've been a spineless lout, but I'm grateful for this. When we summoned those Atronachs, we never imagined they'd be turned against Craglorn. If I can ever repay the favor, let me know.
I didn't realize he was listening. My bad, man. I didn't mean to talk so hard about you. Enter the Archival Wings. We're not doing that right now. That's a different quest.
We must speak.
Oh, how convenient. I was looking for you.
At last I found you. You're needed in Belkarth at once.
Why?
Hara entered her chambers at the temple with that Locke fellow and the Imperial from the distant past. They haven't emerged since. I think it has something to do with the thief. Please, hurry to Belkarth. Nasdura can explain.
Okay. Let's do a little bit of that fast travel thing. Oh, I forgot I was trying to make a build for the Necro today. We could probably start out tomorrow by doing that. That's kind of part of the reason why I was going for that set. The set that I always forget the name of. Dark something? Dark Convergence? Dark Convergence, that's what it's called. Waterbending would be cool. I'd totally agree. Be freaking tight. But, I don't know. Like I said before, I don't know if water abilities, water magic, technically fits the lore of Skyrim and, well, not Skyrim, but Elder Scrolls. You know what I mean? Like, it would be really cool. I would love to see it added, even if it wasn't like, you know, a snug little fit in the story and the lore. But for the sake of like the integrity of the world and the stories they tell, I don't know if it would actually work. Still
good.
cool.
You're here. I'm worried about Hara. She's clearly tired, but she refuses to rest. She's going to make herself ill. Speaking of which, she wants to see you as soon as you can manage. It sounded urgent.
To be fair, there is ice magic and there is fire magic. If you just like put both hands together when you cast them both, like, that's water, I think. So, I don't know. I think it fits, maybe. You could cheese it. You could squeeze it in there somehow, right? Technically, each character is made out of water. I mean, yeah. Yeah, 70% of them.
I don't know. It was strange. Hara said something about the Celestial Thief and visions you've been having. I heard how the serpent corrupted the mage and the warrior. I hope the same thing doesn't happen to the thief.
And Hera?
Oh, right. She's upstairs in her study. Those two men, Kelman and Titus, are with her. I guess she wanted to meet in private, but she said it was very important that you be there. Go on. Hara waits upstairs. I'm new to all of it.
Oh, we're good. We don't need to listen to her being new. There is like all kinds of magic though. You know, there's like blood magic from vampires and stuff like that too. It goes pretty hard. I don't see why. And you know, all sorts of elemental magic.
Time is not on our...
Oh, she's having a baby.
Hara, what's wrong?
You know what we have seen? We've seen the Storm Atronachs use
What have you
water
done to her?
to put out fire specifically.
Something just came over her.
The Storm Atronachs are
What can we do?
specifically lightning,
He found
and
me.
you see that with like the
must.
sorcerer
Who
and his
found you?
ultimate.
Who is doing this to you?
But there's been a couple of quests.
Find the ruins.
That's cool. Acid rain.
Reinhold's retreat. Hidden there. You must...
No!
Oh, she's gone.
She's gone. Just gone. A word, if you
There's
will,
soul
my
magic
friend.
too.
I believe I can be of help. Reinhold's retreat. Is that truly what she said? I thought my ears had conspired to fill my mind with the foulest lies. But if you heard the same, perhaps I was meant to be here for reasons other than just stopping Tarish Z.
Yeah, dude, Jim, a water-oriented class would be really cool. Like water magic. Like, because, okay, so hear me out. The way they make classes in this game, there's only 7 classes, so I'd love to see more classes regardless of the context. I just want to see more in general. But there's a magical version of everything, and then there's like a physical version of everything. So there's different paths and avenues you can take for your builds and with your abilities and your character. So normally some people go like one or the other. There's you know, potential for hybrids and stuff, but typically you aim towards physical or towards magical. And like with a water oriented class style, you could implement bleed into it. So like, all right, so there could be like the magical side of it, which is like specifically water, or there could be like ice. You know, well, I guess the warden's already ice, so that's not really that cool. But like you could introduce bleed and stuff through the ice tree, but with ice magic, like there's really no bleed there. There's like frost and stuff like that and brittle buildup, but like you could do like blood magic. You could make it like the opposite of water, right? You could orient it towards blood magic, or how would you make that a physical variation? How would you turn water into physical? You could do like, say they were able to like control the water, like the shape of the water and how it moved and how it hit, like to hurt the enemy. The magical variations could be like more soft, right? Like say you chuck like a ball, like an orb of water at somebody and it like surrounds their head and starts drowning them or something. That would be like magical damage. But the opposite of it could be like sending like thin strips of water to like, yeah, like a whip. Yeah, exactly. Like you just like you whip them, or like you send like little blades of water at them and stuff like that, or like water bullets or something, like something sharp and fast that's gonna like introduce like a more physical perspective of it. Like even though it's technically still magic, I don't know, dude. I think there's a way to make it work and even like fit in the game the way the lore is built.
Another of Tarash Z's vainglorious projects. He desperately sought the place and the treasure it was rumored to contain. It surprises me that one as young as Hara would know of it. Even in my time, it was barely more than myth. We did. It didn't contain what Tarash Z hoped for, so he ordered it buried out of spite. It should be directly below us if memory serves. I noted some Nedic remnants jutting from a nearby lake. I'm certain they're part of Reinhold's retreat. I'm not sure. Tarash Z had the place sealed and buried. The original entrance is unreachable. Kelman may be of some assistance to us there, if his courage holds. Let's regroup at the lake and see what we can discern. I'll find Kelman.
Yeah, Jim, you could do like
Nazdura come.
You could do that. You could like surround somebody in water and like start to suffocate them. You could use the water to crowd control, right? You can use it to slow their movement speed down. Or you could have it like a knock-up too. Like if you brought the water from the ground up underneath of them real fast and like a large quantity, you could like knock them up off the ground, because there's knock-ups in the game. The different forms of crowd control would be interesting to work with water. I'd love to see it, dude. That'd be so fun. And electricity. See, there's already a sorcerer class which heavily revolves around electricity or shock damage. There's the Dragon Knight, which revolves heavily around fire damage. The Templar technically revolves around fire damage, even though it's genuinely just like magic. It has a couple of abilities that do fire damage, but generally I think most of it's like just plain magic damage. There's no like specific element to it. What else is there? The Warden does ice. But it would be really cool. Introducing like water as an element in the whole would be very neat.
There's definitely something still active here. I can feel
like you could even add more staffs, dude. Like we talked about a wind staff, but like you could add a water staff as an element, because fire is an element in the game, lightning's an element in the game, and ice is an element in the game. You got all three of those. And then you have like a restoration staff, which is something different. And then you have soul magic. So like you could have a wind staff, you could have a water staff, and you could have like a soul magic staff too. But I think maybe instead of like a soul staff, or even like instead of a water staff, I think a wand and focus would be really cool. like a two-handed magical weapon set. Like, because stabs are two-handed, right? But and then there's like physical weapons. So you've got, where are we at here? You've got two-handed swords. So swords, axes, mauls, things like that. And then you have one-handed shield. And then you've got dual wield, so like two single-handed weapons used together. And then you have a bow, which is two-handed. And then you have the staves, which are two-handed. But like a dual-wield version of the magical variety would be super freaking cool, dude. So like a small wand that's like, I don't know, basically like a dagger almost, at least in size. And then a focus could be like a skull or a book or a tome or a crystal of some kind, or, you know what I mean? I think that'd be freaking awesome. And it would be like, it could be more close range based too. So, for example, the destruction staff is reasonably well ranged. Like this is only 6 meters, so I guess that doesn't really count, but this is 28 meters. This is 15 meters. This is 18 by 10 meters, which is pretty decent. Wall of Elements is nice. Then you have 28 meters, another 28 meters, 28 meters. So like the two-handed staves are pretty darn well ranged. And if you wanted to introduce like a wand and focus as a dual wield variety for magic, you could just like basically cut the range capabilities in half. Make it more melee based. Because, like, the bow is kind of like the staff of the physical weapons, in a way. Because the dual wield is melee, right? And there's a little bit of range, right? Like, this is 7 meters. This is 15 meters, but that's a new ability. There's 7 meters, 6 meters, 5 meters. That one's 22 meters. But, like, you could take that general concept of, like how it balances the combat of it and introduce that to like a wand and focus. And like your different focuses could revolve around like the different elements. You know? There's just so much potential, man. I'd love to be on the team. Put me in the room, dude. I want to kick my feet up at the big round table with I want to smoke a cigar with the boys and be like, hey, let's talk about ideas. You don't even have to pay me. I'll just give them to you, man.
Strange.
I just want to have
I've
fun.
seen these ruins jutting from the waters before. They always seemed so ordinary. But now they're practically humming with energy, and I sense... What is that? My gods, yes! It's some kind of entrance!
Okay.
There's only one explanation I can think of, and it's not exactly reassuring. If someone found the entrance before us and activated it, the residual energy would continue to emanate for a while after. If we go inside, we won't be alone.
Yeah, dude, gravity's another thing that you could introduce. That would be really cool. I don't know. I don't think there's really any examples of gravity magic in the lore and the story of Elder Scrolls. I think the closest resemblance to gravity magic that I've ever seen is that one guy from Morrowind that figures out how to jump like 1,000 feet in the air. But then he falls and dies. But like, how would you like... I'd have to think about that one.
Right. And we mustn't let her down,
It's a
no
good
matter
one,
how terrifying the task. It looks like the energy has its source at these sconces. I see nothing that can be done to activate this one, but it might be worth looking at the others. Fancy a swim?
Sure, let's go for a swim. The idea of gravity magic is freaking cool, though. Like, when I think of gravity magic, dude, I just go right to Elden Ring now. Like, I don't know what the spells were called and all that, but it was like purple, and it introduced things like boulders and rocks and pulling stuff around and manipulating the earth below your feet. Like, gravity magic was freaking cool in Elden Ring. I could only imagine how cool it could be in a game like this. Gosh, that was so bright. Oh
There,
my
in the center.
goodness.
A passage must have opened below the
Oh, this
water.
is really cool.
Quickly, dive to the passageway. We'll follow
Oh,
behind
this is
you.
really cool. I like that. Water magic, look. It's already in the game. Yeah, I guess necromancy is another form of magic, technically.
On your guard, friends. Enemies lie in wait ahead. A scared court by the looks of them.
What are they doing here, man? It's like Team Rocket, dude.
Interesting.
They're like, we knew that there were Pokemon in here.
He designed as magical defenses, though they lay dormant now. I wonder what other secrets regarding the needs have been lost to time.
I could only imagine, like, water magic. Dude, I'm kind of actually stuck on the idea of water magic. How cool would it be to, like, absorb projectiles with, like, little shields of water that are floating around you? Or, like, reduce damage, right? You can gain, like, major or minor evasion through, like, water shields and stuff. Or, like...
The stench of corruption pervades the air.
Your weapon...
Be wary. A
You could
powerful
physically
practitioner of dark
create a
sorcery is
weapon out of
nearby.
water, right? Technically.
You're too late.
Or
The
you could,
Apex
like,
Stone is ours.
at the very
The
least, you
thief will
could, like,
fall under my
attune your
master's
weapons
sway,
with water.
And none will be left to stand against us.
So, for example, Major Prophecy and Major Savagery. Major Berserk, well, maybe not so much Major Berserk, but like, what's the other one?
She
Major
mentioned
Prophecy,
another
Major Savagery,
Apex Stone.
Major...
Could it be that the Thief Stone has been hidden here all along?
Major Brutality and Major Sorcery. Those buffs could be gotten from, like, say, for example, like, I guess one's crit and one's flat damage, right? So they're both technically damage oriented. You could, like, whatever weapon you're using, say you're using, like, a sword, or say you're using, like, dual wield daggers. You could, like, buff yourself with your water ability, and it would, like, encase the sword or the whatever weapon you're using in water. And that would provide, like, the buff, right? Like, visually, that's what it would do as the ability. And then there's, like, you know, major protections or major resolve, minor protections, minor resolve. It could be, like little bits of, like, floating water armor around your body. Like a sword and shield that had, like, water coating it.
There, the Apex
That'd be
Stone.
freaking sweet.
What
This
are
is
they
a cool,
doing to
like...
it?
This looks
Is
good.
how
This is a
they
good
corrupt
quest.
the stones and enslave the Guardians?
Look, it's Hara. Why would they have her here? We have to find a
Water
way to
healing would
free
be
her.
awesome,
How do
too.
we stop it?
So, you know, generally,
These ethereal stones
each
are
class
linked. I
has,
see
like,
now.
a damage tree,
Split
a
off
defensive
and use
tree,
them both
and a healing
before their
tree.
power
Quickly,
fades.
before more arrive.
And, you know, sometimes they intermingle a little bit. Sometimes there's, like, a damage ability inside your healing tree or vice versa. Like, you know, it's subjective. But that's usually the case.
Fascinating.
Each
She
class
knew
has
this
one
place
of
was
each. One
protected by
healing, one
ethereal
damage,
power.
one
A trap set by a thief
defensive
or
tree. So,
thief?
like, you go pretty hard, I think, with, like, just the cosmetic design of what water can do to your character, dude. I think, like, that'd be so friggin' awesome. Water protection, 10 sounding SSA? What does that mean? SSA? Are you just spelling ass backwards? So that it doesn't get banned from the chat?
Why do I get the feeling this isn't over?
The healing could be
We
friggin'
will
sweet
not
though.
fall here.
Almost underestimated the will of the true hero.
Gosh, the flashbangs, dude. Watch out for them. They'll catch you slipping. They gotta stop putting those in the game, dude. I'm telling you. I don't know why they put the bright white light every 10 freaking seconds.
Now is the time for action.
But like, how cool would it be if you could like surround a teammate in water, or like create like a little whirlpool of water that would like trickle up your teammate's legs or something as a healing ability, right? Like, it would be subtle. It wouldn't, you know, you don't want it to be like intrusive to the game visually, but you still want to be able to see it. You know, you don't want it to be like hard to tell what's happening. Or like, say for example, there's like an orb of water that like you chuck at a teammate and it bounces from one teammate to the other, so it just like coats them, it like or, you know, hits their whole body, just like splashes them with water, heals them or gives them a buff or something, and then it just like hops, like it froggy hops to the next teammate and just like bounces around until it runs out of teammates, or you know, say it hits its max, or if it's got like a range limit to it. Yeah, just standing in the water. Yeah, dude.
Forgive me. I wore the guise of Hara because I didn't know who to trust. But neither could I rest while the serpent preyed on the other guardians.
You were the thief the whole time.
I'm sorry. The serpent is a deceiver by nature. I couldn't be sure. When the other guardians fell, I had to react quickly. I suspected that the serpent was using our Apex stones against us, so I secreted mine to this ruin for safekeeping.
This is interesting. I didn't trust Hara, but for the wrong reasons. I didn't expect her to be a thief. I thought she was going to be in bed with the serpent. But this is an interesting twist.
The serpent is cunning, but he has his blind spots. He does not value the strength or cleverness of mortals. Taking the form of Hara, a mortal, allowed me to find champions, like you, to join the fight against the serpent, while eluding his gaze. You should return to Belkarth. There is still much to do, if we're to free the other guardians and stop the serpent. But I'm done hiding. The Stargazers deserve to know the truth. I can transport you back to the city if you wish.
Sure. Cool. Jim, there's like movement speed buffs in the game too. If you were to get like, say, major hero, or sorry, major shoot. I got the hiccups. What is it called? Expedition, right? Yeah, if you were to get like major expedition through like your water abilities, or even minor expedition, say it put ice or something underneath your feet, like as you ran, you just like left a small trail of like ice or something behind. That would be freaking cool, dude. And your character did like a little skating animation almost. I don't know how they'd do that. The skating animation would... I don't know if I've ever seen another class in the game change the way your character moves when they run. Your legs normally just move faster. Like, you can see how we're running now. And then as we run, our legs just like run faster. Nothing ever like physically changes how you run rather than just like the pace of it. So like when I gain major expedition, I just like freaking move. But like a little skating animation on top of ice would be freaking sweet. Like Frozo almost. I don't want to like, you know, take ideas from other things because that's potential copyright in the future, but like inspiration from Frozo and how he like shoots a platform of ice out in front of him and just like freaking slides on it, dude. That'd be cool ideas for movement speed buffs, right? Sliding down a hill. Yeah, freaking right.
I can't thank you enough. You trusted me, even when I'd failed to show the same trust in you. I won't make that mistake again. From here forward, we must work together closely if we're to defeat the serpent.
What happens now?
We've sent the serpent reeling, but he will strike again. We need to use this time to prepare our forces and free the mage and the warrior. The serpent can only be defeated through the combined efforts of all 3 guardians.
Alright. She didn't give me a quest, she just completed it for me. Somebody's gonna run up to us, right? They'll be like, we've been looking for you, adventurer. Alright, Dragonstar. Is that what that said? Dragonstar Arena is in Craglorn, I think. Oh, it's the town's name is Dragonstar. Got it. So that's what I hovered on. What else could you do with water? I feel like we've covered a lot of the bases with water abilities. We got crowd control. I mean, obviously some variations would be cool. Especially since, like, there's a morph for each ability. But, like, we got crowd control, we got movement speed, we got, like, damage buffs, we got a couple defensive buffs in there. We got a decent slew of abilities. Offensive abilities, specifically. We got healing abilities in there. What are we missing? We got crowd control. I don't know what else we'd be missing, dude. There's like not too much else. There's gotta be an execute, right? I guess there doesn't have to be an execute. Not every class has an execute. But give it an execute, right?
Don't attack me. I'm not your enemy.
What if I did? What if I freaking put
You and
these
I have a
hands
common
down?
enemy, the Serpent and his scaled court. If you will stay your hand and hear what I have to say, I can offer you a unique opportunity to see this enemy slain. Will you listen to my offer?
We'll listen to it. Dude, I think that the whole like suffocation part would be a really cool execute, specifically. You just like encase the upper half of their body in water. And like that just does like extra damage the lower the enemy's health is.
Despite my position in the scaled court, I've grown wary of the Serpent.
Ooh.
I realize now that we don't have the same goals. I want to make the world better. The Serpent just wants to destroy it and start over. Will you help me stop the scaled court?
Dude, like surrounding the enemy's feet in water would be a cool idea to slow the enemy down. But what if there would be like what if you could like freeze the water around them? What if you could just like cover their body in water and then just like slowly freeze it? Because there's a couple of abilities in the game that it's a hard crowd control. So like, but it starts out as a slow. So it slows down a little bit, and over a very short period of time, like 2 seconds, they slow down immensely. Like really, really fast they slow down until they almost immediately come to a stop. And then they end up stunned of some kind. So like they end up immobilized, or they end up stunned or something like that, or you know, mesmerized or feared or whatever the specific crowd control is. If you just like turn the water to ice or something, that would be the animation of the character like slowing to a stop and then being like stoned for a minute, and then yeah, like thick water. Gross. And then, you know, when you break free from a stun, it would like shatter the ice or something like that. Dude, that would be so cool, bro. A trickster class would be cool. I mean, there's kind of already a trickster class, like sorta. The Nightblade is, I don't want to say the Nightblade is a trickster, but I do think it kind of sort of fits in that category in a way.
I've seen you in action. You are my best hope for stopping
Water
the
prison?
Manticoras. Unnatural beasts.
Hell
Did
yeah.
you know the court created them? The creation process starts in Fearfang's cavern. There, we must destroy the Scorpion Matron and her nests.
Let's
I'll
do it.
accompany you to...
Let's destroy that matron's nests. Jim Tester, were you watching Naruto? What was that one move that Gaara used to use? It was like sand prison or something like that. He would like encase the enemy in sand and then constrict them and just like harden the sand. Or like desert tomb or sand tomb or something like that. Is that where you got that? I mean, it's an interesting idea. I do like the idea of like the stamina morphs maybe gearing themselves towards like blood magic. But the thing with blood magic is that like it's kind of sort of the vampires thing in a way. But to be honest, they don't really do enough with the vampire, man. The werewolf and the vampire I feel like need more skill trees. I'd like to see the vampire and the werewolf both get 2 more skill trees applied to them, to their classes. The Drunken Fist. Alright.
Man out!
A monk class would be super cool, but I don't think the
Look how
monk
they blindly follow
really
the
fits in
serpent's orders.
in Elder Scrolls
His venomous
at all.
lies have poisoned their minds.
I feel like the closest thing to a monk in the lore of Elder Scrolls is basically like a Nord. But they, you know, they're not like spiritual, and they're not like fists. I mean, they use fists if they need to, but like, they're more like warriors than anything. Look at all those lockpicks. Yeah, dude, Naruto's a freaking sweet anime. I'm surprised they don't have like a bard class.
The Scorpion Matron's den should be nearby. Prepare yourself. The Matron and her brood will be deadly opponents.
I don't want to hurt any feelings, but I feel like bards are stupid. Can we talk about how that scorpion
Meet
got
me
in
near
this cave?
Dragonstar after you deal with the Wamasu. Its den is close by.
That scorpion was insanely huge. But like, the doors are not. How'd it get in here?
These scorpions were specifically selected for their compatibility with the Manticoras. With the Matron slain and her nests destroyed, this portion of the process can't be duplicated. I wouldn't have been able to do this without your help. Isn't there always? The next component in the creation of the Manticoras comes from a specially bred Wamasu. Find the Wamasu cave and kill the egg bearer, then destroy its eggs. That will further hamper the process. I'll wait for you near Dragonstar.
Not gonna lie, Mafia would love to breed that Wamasu. You think he was stuck? You know what had probably happened is that he started out like a normal sized scorpion, but he ate so much Thanksgiving meals, so many bowls of stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, apple pie, that he just grows real big. Like real big, like real big, and then he got stuck. He couldn't get out. So he lived the rest of his sad, obese scorpion life inside of that cave. Wamasu observations. I have selected well by choosing the mighty Wamasu egg bearer for our needs. Her brood will provide exactly the predatory traits we require for the next stage of the alchemical process. When combined with the traits provided by the powerful scorpion matron and the flawless crocodile matriarch, the materials from the Wamasu will increase the power of the Manticora tenfold. They sound like the friggin' sound like the Team Rocket, dude. Like, just like, with this new invention, we'll capture Pikachu this time for sure. I wonder if I can breed the charged current that vibrates through the Wamasu into the Manticora. If I can do that, the creature will be even more wondrous to behold. I've collected the first of the egg bearer's eggs. The material within each shell should infuse the spawning pools with traits that will easily be passed on to our new creature. When the serpent sees all that I have accomplished, I'm sure that my position within the scaled court will grow in stature as the Manticorus grows within the spawning pools. I can't wait to meet our creation. Bowed, the reagent of wriggling nightmares. Where's Boward at? We're gonna take him out. He sounds like a bad guy. I'm about to just fast travel. Screw running, dude. Forget about it. You watched Pokemon a couple days ago? It's been a long time since I've seen Pokemon. But, it is a good one. You know who pisses me off, though, is Brock. Brock didn't used to piss me off. I never had an issue with him until I got older. And I think the reason why I had an issue with him is because when I was younger, my mom was always pissed off at Brock. Every time I was watching Naruto and my mom would come through the room, she'd be like, why are his eyes all slanted like that? And like, why does he act like that? Come on, I hate that guy so much. And like, I never understood why she hated him. But like, as I got older, I was like, he is really annoying, isn't he? He's so freaking obnoxious.
The serpent and his scaled court would destroy Dragonstar. Everything. These people mean nothing to him. And if they discover my betrayal, they will dispatch me without hesitation. But tell me, have you dealt with the Wamasu egg-bearer?
Yeah, I bred those eggs. I mean, I destroyed those eggs.
Then it's time. Now we can deal with the final component in the process and destroy the progenitor Manticora. My seneschal, Little Leaf, has assured me that we'll find them both in the Serpent's Nest. Are you ready to proceed?
Sure.
The court alchemists created the progenitor Manticora to breed true, without the need for further alchemical manipulation. Be warned, it's a fearsome creature. It won't surrender willingly to spell or blade.
What's the final component?
Haven't you guessed? The court uses the most deadly predators to create the Manticoras. And there are few predators more dangerous than men and Mer. Now, let's rescue the prisoners and remove this corrupt creation from the face of Nirn.
So, are they using man to breed, or are they putting his blood into the DNA? Because this is getting a little bit freaky.
Little Leaf? She is my companion, my confidant. We've been together since before the Serpent called us and the Scaled Court was formed. She would do anything I asked, as I would for her. But enough of this. We still have a task in front of us.
Alright. Dudes, I think we're going to wrap it up here. It's a little sad because today was all broken up and jacked up, and also like shorter stream than I had hoped it was going to be. But I'm freaking exhausted, man. I still have not quite gotten the sleeping schedule on track yet. I think I'm darn close. I'm very close. I think I'll probably have it down by like the next 2 days. It's just a matter of getting used to the sleeping schedule. So I'll have a little bit more energy to spare, and we'll be having a little bit more fun with the streams and all that. And I'll get you guys like a solid schedule out here soon. But we are going to wrap this sucker up because I'm exhausted. And thank you, Gem Test. I appreciate you very much for hanging out. It's always a pleasure. Discord, Link down below. If you would like to join that, you can. And then subscribe. That's all I got, man. That's all I can ever ask, man. You guys are already awesome enough as it is. Doing things like subscribing is above and beyond anything I could ask for. So thank you all very much for hanging out, and I will catch you tomorrow. Technically tonight, like, the goal is like around 1 to 2 a.m. EST for the start of the stream. That's the goal. I can't make any promises right now, but that is the anticipation for the future. So, you know, keep an eye out for that. And there's going to be more of this. Now, with the exception of Friday, I believe Friday is going to actually be our members only stream. So, I hope to catch you guys there for that too. Anyways, good night to y'all, whatever time it is. Take it easy. Be safe out there. Have a good time. And peanut butter cups are freaking awesome, by the way. Good night.
It's hard to leave with you still on my mind. To pack my things and leave it all behind. We better find out why we do the things we do. It took me some time, but I realize now.